Hello everyone, my name is Boxiao Dai, a senior at Purdue University majoring in communication. Today, I'm honored to present my article titled Global Knowledge Inequality from AI-Driven Media, a study based on knowledge acquisition dilemmas in developing countries. First, about the introduction. In the era of rapid globalization and informatization, AI-driven media is transforming how information is disseminated. However, this transformation has introduced new disparities in knowledge access, particularly affecting developing countries. However, current research focuses more on AI's impact on media, but gaps remain in understanding how AI-driven media exacerbate knowledge inequality, especially in developing countries. So, this paper aims to examine the current state of AI-driven media in developing countries and analyze potential systemic factors that lead AI-driven media to exacerbate knowledge inequality in this region. This research employs a qualitative analysis approach based on an intensive literature review, examining scholarly articles, reports, and case studies, identifies patterns and systemic barriers contributing to knowledge inequality in AI-driven media. The first part of my research clarifies the important and complex concepts central to this study. In this study, AI-driven media refers to the use of artificial intelligence on media platforms to produce, disseminate, and customize information. AI-driven media utilizes technologies such as machine learning and algorithms to automate content creation, distribution, and personalization, transforming user engagement and differentiating it from traditional labor-intensive media practices. Moreover, knowledge in this study is understood as information that is accessible, accurate, and suitable for users to understand and make decisions. Although many scholars have different definitions of knowledge, this paper uses a clarification perspectives of explicit knowledge, for short EK, and tacit knowledge, for short TK. According to the scholars, EK accounts for 80% of the total knowledge, representing a direct experience that cannot be easily recorded in artifacts. In contrast, TK accounts for the remaining 20%, referring to knowledge and information that is easily articulated, recorded, and shared through language, data, or documents, which can be transmitted through technology and is available for users to use and learn on major AI-driven media. Following that, this paper analyzed the status of knowledge inequality under AI-driven media. Knowledge inequality in AI-driven media has worsened in developing countries due to limited infrastructure and low AI adoption. According to UNESCO, in sub-Saharan Africa, 89% of learners lack computers at home and 82% lack internet access. AI applications are mainly in Americas and Europe, while Asia and Africa have minimal usage. Even if more and more developing countries can use AI-driven media, they will also face the misleading of users caused by algorithmic bias and recommendation systems cause disadvantages of developing countries' culture knowledge. Based on this status, the study finds and explores three potential factors for systematic disadvantage of developing countries in global access to information. First is capital control and AI technology monopoly in developed countries. Developed countries dominate AI technologies, controlling major platforms and innovations, which limits the participation of developing countries, and the separation of the developing countries by capital and technology is understood at a deeper level as a relationship between power and knowledge. The control creates a circle where developing countries face restricted access to AI-driven knowledge, further widening the global knowledge gap. The second factor is the conflict between mainstream consciousness and social and cultural diversity. AI-driven media often favor mainstream culture in producing knowledge and information, marginalizing the diversity and knowledge specific to developing regions. Creators from underrepresented or low-income communities struggle to produce algorithm-favored content, limiting engagement and reducing the dissemination of diverse local cultures. Furthermore, algorithmic bias in AI-driven media favors dominant cultural narratives, reducing the visibility of diverse cultures in developing countries. Content from marginalized groups often receive less engagement, reinforcing mainstream perspectives. This dynamic limits exposure to diverse knowledge and further marginalizes local cultural expressions. The third one is the impact of algorithms on individual self-awareness. Algorithmic recommendations in AI-driven media create filter bubbles and echo chambers that limit users from gaining more knowledge in media, especially in developing countries where the creation and access to all kinds of information are already limited. Overexpression of foreign cultures may lead developing countries to neglect understanding of indigenous cultures when using AI-driven media. Moreover, the impact of AI on an individual's sense of self extends to the shape of values. Large language models all exhibit similar cultural values to English-speaking and Protestant European countries, exacerbating existing knowledge gaps in developing regions. In conclusion, AI-driven media exacerbates knowledge inequality in developing countries due to capital and technology control, conflicts in cultures, and the impact of algorithms on individuals. These factors hinder knowledge acquisition and content creation, further deepening the knowledge gap between these regions and developed countries. For the limitations and future studies in this field, this study does not use empirical research, and literature used is relatively limited. The practical solutions for developing countries need further exploration in future studies. These are my references. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at the following email address.